Mad love to all you guys out there. We're just getting set up and we're going to get ready to go live. Are you guys ready for one of the hottest up and coming live streams on YouTube? We are going to build this channel, we're going to grow, and we're going to do educational content. We're going to talk about prices, targets, and much, much more so the average Joe can learn about crypto. I'm going to give you insider information on indicators, coding, when to buy, entries, and all this. It's not financial advice, okay? It's for entertainment purposes only, and it's my opinions and what I utilize to live off of capital. So if you recently were in the meme coin frenzy and you made money, okay, you can utilize that, live off of it, and never spend your capital and increase your capital so each month you earn more. Alright? So I just helped a couple guys that, traded one SOL. They made 1,000 SOL. And I showed them how to break down a portfolio. And they did pretty well, So they're going to be making 30 to 40K a year off of that capital while growing it each month. Okay? So that's not too bad. And that's amazing. And we do mining, okay, setups and running pools, all right, on Bitcoin, and then the script mining for Doge and Litecoin. And we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be going to different areas and tribal areas and setting up Bitcoin mining containers that utilize solar power. And the revenue, 50% will go to the villages to build infrastructure, school, and help the children. And 50% will go to expanding the operation. All right, and we're going to build wells. If you're interested in doing this, okay, you have to have some good credentials. All right, me myself, I'm a developer. I'm an audio video technician. I program and develop Crestron and Lutron products for home automation, you know, like the touch panels, keypads, and I also work for Panasonic corporations, doing phone system programming for corporations, and you know, the East Coast side of the USA, running the audio video Magnolia installations for celebrity installs. All right, and also side gigs, setting up stage presence, okay, and you know, being a gig man, lighting, and all that. So there's a lot to know. And speaking in seminars. So next year I'm going to be booked to speak at the Bitcoin seminar because all the states in the United States by the end of the year are going to start buying Bitcoin, and we're going to see a massive inflow. So you should start buying Bitcoin now on these dips, because when we look at this chart, you're going to see why, and I'm going to show you why, okay, because it is all coded and planned. All right, and we're going to talk about it. So this is alpha information, okay? And also, I was talking yesterday on stream that we needed 2 more developers, all right? So I interviewed a couple guys. I got one. I actually need 2 more. Somebody that could do Solidity coding and contract writing for platform development, and then somebody else that can do portfolio management and treasury management, you know, for moves. Basically, that would be like, okay, when I'm traveling, you know, and I see trades and we see moves, we got to manage the portfolio and all that, all right? And then we're going to be having an office and running a crypto show. Okay, I'm still working on getting my big channel back, all right, because that was a good revenue stream. So if I get my big channel back and my big X, Twitter, okay, which is awesome. But in the meanwhile, we're going to build these out. And then my wife is actually developing too. And we're starting a celebrity news channel, okay, along with makeup, tips, and tricks. And I'm going to show you life hacks, okay? And I'm going to show you all kinds of different ways on how to fix your products, last long, and electronics, okay? So, if you see this video, take the link, go to X, post it on X, tag my X name, which is at AVGuy9, okay? And when people tell them when they follow or sub or join, okay, to tag you. And then the person that sends the most people, okay, by the end of the month will get a drop, okay, an airdrop, all right? And I'm also giving away, you know, 3 different prizes, all right? So every Friday we're going to do giveaways and all that, okay? And then the goal is to be up over 1K live viewers, so we got to keep this up and doing this. So we're going to utilize social media in order to earn passive income, so that way we can live the way we want to live, and which would be excellent. So I'm in the middle of actually gaming programming for through Amazon, you know, management, AWS management, you know, on a game that was coded with Unreal 5, which is amazing, and it's a role-playing game. Okay, you buy the characters as NFTs. You can buy villages, all right, and the homes in the village. And then when people come into your village and you slay them, okay, you get their tokens. Or if you go loot their town and you find their stash houses, you get those tokens. So it's something that's out of this world, all right. We tested it back in 2019 and 2020, War of Tribes, and right now I'm working on talking to the owners of it, because it is actually a gold mine. And if you go back in my videos, you can see I actually played it live when we were testing it, all right? And, you know, we had a bunch of offers for the game, but we turned them down because we wanted to program more. So the game is amazing, all right? And we're going to be doing a lot more with that. So if you want to be a part of that and you know how to do gaming program and building role-playing game worlds through Unreal 4 and Unreal 5, just hit me up, DM, and we can chat, all right? So we can expand it. So the idea is, to have your players buy them as NFTs, buy the homes in the village, all right? And then people can rent the homes and you earn passive income. So that way they can live in your village. And, if you're living in a good area and people come through, they can loot them. And then also, if you find people stash houses, it's going to be really amazing, something that hasn't done before. And then using the meta glasses and, virtual VR, all right, that's going to be out of this world because I'm going to start doing seminars, okay, in VR. So people could come, join, sit down in a stadium virtually, and I'm going to be doing talks. And coming up in the third quarter of this year, all right, I'm doing some speeches about Bitcoin with some big players of the game, and you'll see when it comes up, all right? Or just research me, Jay Strategies, Trades for Radio. Just look it up. You'll see other accounts and where I've been around, right? And then this was a second or third account that I had working here. I think this YouTube account's been alive for, over like 2 years now, so you can go back to my baby swap days and all those, and then the gaming's on there, War of Tribes, and then also we were building a CEX exchange, so you see all that on there, and we'll mention more later on in the video, so stick by for some more alpha information, okay, and so you can know, okay, who you're dealing with, who you're talking to, because you never know who's on that other side. I can't wait to get the new recording equipment because then we'll be able to go live, and I'm going to be doing tutorials, educational videos, live on camera, with a whiteboard, explaining, doing beginner, advanced, and like middle range, for learning cryptocurrency. All right, I believe that we need to have cryptocurrency learned inside schools. All right, so if we teach our children younger, okay, and they know about it, all right, and they invest in it, just think about this. If you start investing in Bitcoin when your child is born, when they turn 18, if every month you put in 25 or 50 bucks into a Bitcoin account, when your child turns 18, they'll have enough to pay for college and then some. All right, so just think about that. And a lot of the states in the United States are going to be using Bitcoin as a reserve asset, along with retirement funds and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm speaking about. Corporations like Colgate, Verizon, and the New York Giants sponsors are also taking their revenue and utilizing Bitcoin. So this year, the next quarter coming up, there's going to be a massive inflow, and we're going to talk about it every day because we're going to be managing some big name portfolios. All right, so I had some NDAs, so I can't really tell you, but I can tell you exactly my opinion and exactly how to do it, how to earn the passive income, never spend your capital, okay, how to gain the capital. You could turn 1 Solana into 1,000 Solana and then keep growing that so you could be passive income and financially free, all right? So if you swang by here, make sure to hit that thumbs up, make sure to sub to the channel, hit that bell, and then also follow on X. So this is one of the newer accounts that we've been utilizing. So I was dropping it, and then also I have an idea that we're going through with about 5 developers on a meme coin. Launching the meme coin, 50% of the revenue goes into a treasury. That treasury wallet is used to add liquidity to Meteor, and then it generates fees. Every 7 days, we take those fees, 50% goes back into the liquidity pool to stabilize the floor and liquidity, and 50% of the revenue goes to the top 50 to 100 holders, depending on the revenue. And we're going to build a lot of other streams. They have RWAs, real world assets, for United States bonds. So we're going to take stable coins, and we're going to earn a 7% yield. So if you have $1 million in stable coin, all right, and you're earning that yield, but right now on the newer chains, if you're using USDC, you can earn up to like 15%, So just think about that, you know what I'm saying? So 50% of $1 million, would be 500,000. 25%, 250,000. You know what I mean? So $1 million in those vaults, okay, will give us in a full year 250,000. But we'll be growing along that time, talking on how to buy these dips. All right, and then also I utilize Femex for trading. I told you guys those targets in my videos yesterday. We hit them exactly. All right, you guys can go back and see those. And if you're new, welcome. All right, just make sure you keep stopping by every day. If you want to talk or whatever, you can. Yeah, you can. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about the prices. We're going to dive into the charts, and I'm going to give you some information. We're going to share the link out there real quick, and we're going to grow. I think this channel has about 5K. When we hit 10K, followers on this YouTube channel, we'll do live giveaways, and then we're going to do giveaways on the X account. All right. So keep that bell on. Because on X, if I drop a tweet and I say the first 3 people to hit retweet and drop a comment and like, okay, will be winners. So you want to have that bell on. And then when you have the bell on and you're subscribed to the channel here on YouTube, you can get the videos and you can get all of this alpha information. All right? So this is how we are going. All right, so that's Solana. This is Bitcoin charts. I'm going to tell you about these indicators in a moment. All right, so Bitcoin, yeah, see Bitcoin right now. This is a 4-hour chart. And as you see, we created a higher low. But I like to use the 1-hour chart. So let me just get that set up real quick. New York session's almost closing, and it's dumping at the end of the New York session. And right when New York closes, Sydney starts up. So then if we see a dump at the end of the day on that, we take a look at the indicators, and the RSI is turning down. So we pay attention to that. So Sydney session starts and the RSI turns up. That's when we go long, because usually it will go back up towards that 50 EMA, okay, and then get rejected. So as you see, ever since we went below the 50 EMA, okay, on February, the 24th, 5, 6, 7. So a couple days ago, we broke below it, okay, and then we came to it here, almost hit it, and then we broke down again, okay? So basically that's what's happening, and then we are dumping right now at the end of the New York session day. Okay, this low wick right here at 82,320. All right, so if we make a lower low than this, we will see that M1 pivot zone at 79, and then that is a major bullish area, but we'll show you why when we hop back into the charts, okay? So I'm going to go over to CoinMarketCap, and we're going to look at the top cryptos, the prices, and the information on the market. All right? Okay, let me just go over here. Let me just drop this inside our communities. All right. Okay. And then let me drop it into our other shilling community, because we are UFD. We're dusters. Alright. One of my biggest holdings in UFD. So that's why I show respect to Unicorn Fart Dust. Okay? Because he has come a long way. You know, we made money off of it, and definitely was a bullish, situation. All right. Okay, and then now let me get over here. Okay, let me get over here. All right, and bada boom, bada bang. Okay, cryptocurrency prices. All right, I got the wifey and my other developer right here. Doing creations. Say hello, guys.
Hello, hello.
Yo, yo, yo. All right. Okay. Okay. Alright. Subscribe and let's see. Open panel. Okay. Alright, so I'm utilizing CoinMarketCap to look up my data. Go between CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Alright. They both have their ups and downs. Okay. CoinGecko is actually used a lot by some exchanges for tracking and all that. So that's why I was like, alright, let me utilize CoinGecko, right? So I had CoinMarketCap up. We're actually going to utilize and we're going to look through CoinGecko today. So the overall market cap, 2.894 trillion. So 2.8 trillion. All right. So it shed a lot. Okay. Recently. All right. I think we were up to like what? 3.14 trillion. Okay, trading volume 156 billion. So we have some pretty high trading volume, across the markets right now. So that is something that we're paying attention to because of a lot of it has been outflow, right? Okay. You show trending, hyper liquid. I actually was utilizing their platform to trade, and it's actually pretty convenient because it's like an exchange, a deposit, and all that. You could connect your wallet and actually trade and exchange like some of the dexes on Solana, which is pretty cool, right? All right, so Bitcoin, look at that, down 15% past 7 days. It's at 83,810, right? 24-hour volume, that's 314 billion. Okay, so there's been some major volume on Bitcoin, which is insane. All right, because let me see, USDT Tether. All right, and yeah, so basically, when I'm looking, I'm going to show you in a second. All right. All right. So the highest market cap stablecoin is USDT, right? And they have 142 billion, okay, minted USDT, okay? We had almost 90 billion in volume today, all right? 94 billion in volume on Ethereum today, 314 billion in volume today on Bitcoin, all right? So the big flow comes from like ETFs and stuff like that, but we will take a look at that, right? Ethereum, okay, down 16.6% in the 7 days, right? Okay. You know, it's actually in the past hour, it's starting to pull back because it's coming towards the end of that session, but we'll see it on those charts, right? XRP, $2.18, 20% on the 7-day. That volume is insane on XRP, which is 5 billion. We've been seeing a lot of volume rocking, right? BNB, $602. BNB actually held their brunt of the storm of this little crypto dip that we had going on here, right? Wild. Solana at 135, okay, up 2.4% today, and it's 4.6 bill in volume. USDC now has 55 billion minted, and it has 8 billion in volume. Dogecoin at 20 cents, up 2% today, okay, 1.5 billion in volume. Cardano's number 9 coin, all right, 64 cents, okay, and, you know, more than half a billion on volume, right? Okay, so, all right, and then Lido Stake ETH, whatever, you know, Tron, okay, 22 cents, all right, so it was at 20 cents yesterday when we talked about it in our video. We said we're going to buy, so it's up 2 cents more from that, 1.4%, okay, and, you know, basically we have almost $1 billion in volume today, and it's coming up into that $20 billion market cap, right? So that's something that we pay attention to, right? Litecoin and Dogecoin are both on script mining, so when I do that, I mine together. All right, so that's why you see the correlation. So Dogecoin 1.5 bill in volume, and Litecoin 1.7. Okay, 1.4% to the upside today, Litecoin, and Dogecoin 2.6. So you'll see those move together. All right, and 3 more top altcoins, okay, would be AVAX Avalanche, okay, 4% upside today, all right, half a bill in volume, that's at $22. Stellar XLM at 28 cents. Okay, so the past 7 days, a lot of these are 20% down on the major coins and altcoins, and then meme coins seen major hits. Some of them down 80%, but a lot of them down 50%. Okay, ton has been moving down. I'm not sure why it's been shedding its market cap and moving, and it's not really having too much volume. It saw a lot of interest in the markets, but hey, you know, things happen. Okay. Don't forget to swing on over. Follow us on X, okay? Because we're going to be utilizing this page now, so that way, you know, we get you know, more visibility, more information for the people, okay? And you know, I just want to drop this. All right, let me just drop this here. Okay, and then let me just drop this in here too. Okay, and then, you know, just social media trolling, right? Jakey and Gigi, I've been watching them a lot lately, so that's why I was posting out there, okay? But the Twitter that we're going to be utilizing with this account, you know, is AVGuy9, and yep, we're getting the check, and then we're growing this the YouTube page that we are on right now, okay? All right. So next, what you guys been waiting for, we're going to dump. I said dump. We're going to jump into the dump. All right. So we're going to start with Bitcoin. Okay. And we have the 1 hour chart time frame is usually what I like to start with. Okay. So that is a time frame. All right. So we get everything set up. If you want to use the indicator that we coded, okay, through the exchanges to utilize, it's called Traders Reality, Traders, Traders Reality Main. So Traders Reality was the first one, Main is the updated one, and that's where you get all these indicators okay, the times of days, the sessions, the moving averages, and then I also use the RSI. And I'm going to tell you why and what all these things mean. And then the more and more people that utilize this method, it's hybrid charting, and that's what market makers utilize, portfolio managers, and all that stuff. Same thing that happened yesterday happened today. Towards the end of the day session for New York, we saw that dump, and then Sydney session starts up. Okay? So let me just grab this coffee, and then we're going to swing right back, and we're going to hop into the chart. Okay. So right now, and I do this randomly on streams, I give a code word. Today's code word is WOOF, WOOF. So if you hear this now, and then at the end of the video, I say first person to type the code word, then I give out a reward. All right? And then, that gives us retention time and then all that kind of stuff. And if you want to make a name for yourself and be on a winning team, okay, we got our dev team, and then, in our office, in the marina, Dubai Marina, where, the Moon Show and some of the other crypto shows are happening. We got some venture capitalists that are investing into it, and we got a little studio, that we're gonna run, and with the contacts and connects through the exchanges that we help code, and we teach them safety on assets and stuff like that. And then the Bybit hack that just happened, people are not feeling safe. They're like, oh my God, if that can happen to an exchange, because Coinbase is a custody, and they hold coins for like the U.S. and stuff like that, So they have to be safe, and there's a couple different ways that you can do that to be safe, all right? And another fun thing that we're going to do also is I'm going to print out paper Bitcoin slips. So what you do is you print out an address with a private key, you send some Bitcoin to it, and then the person that takes that or finds that and puts it in gets that Bitcoin. And then I'm going to hide it in library books in certain libraries up and down the East Coast, and I'm going to give the library name and location, and then the Dewey Decimal System of where the book is, and we'll have scavenger hunts, okay? And then we're going to have, Zoom call meetups, all right? So go on X, tag me on X, okay, if you want to be part of the developer team, and, if you want to be paid or if you want to make money off the work that you do. I've done it both ways. I tend to profit more when I say, you know what, I want to get paid percentage of the work I do and the investment you get. So say I code something for you and you make, 200K off of it, I want my 10%, you know what I'm saying? So you'll make more that way, plus you'll make a name for yourself, okay? And you'll be working with these exchanges, all right? And we're going to be showing liquidity pairs, and we're going to be doing educational videos on how to utilize liquidity pairs, and we're also programming a multi-chain DEX right now that right now I think it has about 20 chains with cross-chain liquidity bridging, so you can bridge like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, all right? And then you just put whatever, connect your wallets to say you have Solana, you want some Bitcoin. You connect your Solana wallet, and then you just put your Bitcoin address in there, and then, the transaction goes through, you approve it, and it will go right to you. So some of those are like that, but we want to streamline the process and have apps on the App Store. All right, Google App Store and Apple iOS Store. And the simpler the app is, and the easier the on ramp process is for crypto, the more people that will utilize it. Right now, it's a little difficult and hard. Okay, when I was at the library and I was talking to people about investments, because this one township, all right, the education department, they're going to be taking their investment accounts, all right, and the portfolio that they have in the stocks, they're withdrawing 10%, and they're going to put it into a portfolio in cryptocurrency. So they're taking out 10 mil, and they want to break it down into crypto, all right. So as my own opinion and suggestions, I gave them, a strategy that would in turn give them a perfect ROI every year, okay? And while that ROI is growing, all right, they can claim some of that and then put it back into the capital, so the next month they can earn even more, all right? So those are different strategies for companies. And if you've been watching the news, all right, you'll see that a lot of these bills are getting passed. Some of these bills are at the last stage, okay, in the Senate and stuff like that. And these different states are going to start buying Bitcoin, all right, and a lot of them are buying billions or more, okay. And when you see that happen, okay, it's going to be wild. And since the U.S. is doing it, all other countries are going to follow through. Okay? Liquidity is going to look thick, and after this dip that just happened, okay, and then March coming in like that, I think we're going to see some parabolic movement, okay, because of the way that we see the data in the markets. So we're going to take a look at that and show you guys exactly what is happening, all right, and, rocking out, okay? And then, don't forget to, hop on my X, and, tag one of my posts or hit me in a DM, all right, because we're going to, I already got a SPL contract coded out there, and then a platform which is SaaS service, and then also using Meteora liquidity pair management with farming, and then portfolio management, and then utilizing different coded bots. All you got to do is deposit to the bot, and then the bot is going to work for you all day. I think yesterday I put one SOL in, and today in the morning when I looked at it, okay, it was like 6.7 SOL. All right, but I did high risk trades. Okay, so if you put it on like medium trades, that one SOL, all right, I would have made like 4 SOL off of it. Okay, and that's all automated, like grid trading. Okay, and I do that on Themex, and we can actually show you that. So this is a crypto video talking about the market, but we're going to be doing all those educational videos, all right? And, we're going to be needing a lot of different people to manage this and do these crypto shows and, revenue shares, okay? Because I'm booking, and a lot of people are booking me for the second half of this year to go speak about portfolio management, okay, because a lot of the systems and companies that I work for, all right, are going to be utilizing Bitcoin in their retirement funds, okay, and we also teach you, okay, do you think a billionaire has $1 billion in cash laying around? No, they borrow from themselves, okay, so that way it's never an income. So say you have $1 billion, okay, in, assets or whatever, or stock options. You can put the stock options up, borrow against it, and then utilize that, make your more profits, and, pay back your loan borrows. And there's different stuff that you can do. And then the end of the year, so there's a lot of different things that we speak about and talk about. All right, so, definitely, rocking out. And we're going to continue, and this is what we're going to use. Yeah, boycott YouTube. We want our big channels back, X and YouTube. Okay. It's crazy when they say, "Oh, you had some copyright material," so never play music in the background from anything, because then it picks up on it, and then you're like, "Oh my gosh!" Or if you say any keywords that are bad, or you talk about something, it picks it up, man. So this AI is actually getting insane. All right, so we're gonna talk about that, okay, and rocking out. Okay, so Bitcoin. Let's talk about the charts. Remember that special word is WOOF, WOOF. Stay to the end of the stream. So when I say type the code word, the first person to type that word will get that reward. Okay? And then we're also going to do a referral program. Okay? And shouting out. And if the guys that I talked to yesterday, the developers and all that, we're going to have a Zoom meeting pretty much for a few hours throughout this weekend to talk about platform development and all that kind of stuff, right? All right. So we're rocking out. Okay. Oh, Thunder Dev. I was just looking. Saw Pink. They own Pink Sale. So we definitely, we know this guy. All right. And Thunder and all these people. So, basically, this is what we're looking at. Baby Neil is trying hard to win. Let's join the hands. Increase trading volume. Okay. Pink Sale. All right, so yeah, we were just talking about all of this kind of stuff, and then we are looking, at that, right? And then all these celebrities launching coins and then pumping and dumping, which is insane, because they do that, and it causes problems, in the market, right? And we don't like to see that. We don't like to see that at all. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So yeah, AV guy 9. Okay. So charts. I told you the indicator we're utilizing is Trader's Reality. Okay. And we're looking at the 1 hour chart right now. Okay. This is the New York session, end of the day. We saw the dump. So before the New York session, this 50 EMA, okay, acted as a resistance. All right. Okay. Alright, and then I just need to, let me just get that on that chart. Below the pivot zone, and the RSI is turning down. I'm just dropping. Oh, okay. Alright. And then we got this here, okay, and let me just put that in there. And we're going to jump into I just had to send the post out to the other guys, letting them know that we're diving into the charts now, right? Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Alright, and we got here, and we got here. Okay. Okay, Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart. You see that we're below, okay, the 50 EMA, alright? We're below the 200 EMA, okay, and the 800 EMA. So we're below all these moving averages, okay? When we see that, okay, and then we see the RSI turning down, the RSI is crossing over, okay, so it turned to the downside, and it's actually getting into this oversold area. We're probably going to wick out like this and then come back into the area of trade. So what I'm looking for on that chart is for this yellow line to come down and then for this purple line to cross back through, okay, to pass back through, and that would give us, all right, let me just get, that will give us our indicators that knowing that we will, oh my God, people just bugging on the phone calls, not back to back. All right, so that's what we're looking at. But right now we're experiencing, we're experiencing a dump in the charts, right? So we're actually creating a lower low. So let's see, what was that last wick low right there? Yesterday low 82,300. Okay, so if we hit that low and we go below that, okay, some of my next targets. You see here we have the M1 pivot zone and we have the M0 pivot zone. Okay, so these are the areas that we're watching, okay? They have the pivot zones and then the times of the trading times of the day, okay? Let me see here. I just got to grab something. Okay, let me go here. All right, and this is on the 1 hour chart. Let's go over to the daily chart to give you a perspective on what is happening with Bitcoin. All right, so I had my lines up here from the last time for my swing high. We came down to that range, okay, of the 200 EMA, exponential moving average, right? So when we saw that happen, okay, I was like, all right, that's an opportunity to buy. But the bad thing that happened, okay, is we broke below, okay? We broke below that moving average, all right? So this 200 moving average, we broke below it. We have a liquidity point which we're just about to hit. So you see these yellow boxes right here? So right there, 82,345. Okay? Now if we hit that and that doesn't hold us or we don't see like a bounce from that, okay? Then we can see more downside movement because that will be wiped out from liquidity. Mid-range of that 80K. So a lot of people are calling for 80K, all right? But then when you come all the way down, worst case scenario, the 800 EMA sitting down here at 60K. Now, I've seen some experts saying that, okay, and actually it looks like that's what's happening. The RSI is completely oversold right now, okay? So when I do see that on the daily, you know, those are my buy opportunities. But the problem with the RSI right now is it is turned down, extreme. I'm just going to say extreme turned down because you see this, it is like really oversold. All right, let me go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we can take a look at that. So we hit that M2 pivot zone and we went below. Yesterday's low, 82,240. Okay, so we're going to hit that. And if we don't hold that range right here, where you see yesterday low, okay, and you see the trading sessions, New York is about to close, about an hour, okay, and it's dumping at the end of the day, and then Sydney session starts, okay. Usually after end of the day dump, okay, you see a pump at the Sydney session. So we're going to be paying attention to all these indicators that we're talking about. Like I told you, you can get this indicator called Trader's Reality, and you can get all this information. M1 pivot zone is right here at 79,700, okay? So if we do break below this liquidity point in yesterday low, 82,310, all right, we could be heading for this next liquidity point area in the chart, okay, for this time frame, okay? But I always resort back to my 1-hour charts because this gives me my best, view of what's happening in the market, right? So right here, we're going to be paying attention to that to see what's happening, right? Oh, guys, don't forget to swing by, follow on X, hit that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and rock out because you're chilling and chilling with Jay Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Okay? Now, let's go look at Ethereum chart. Okay? So, we have the Ethereum chart. All right. Let's get that set up. All right, so Ethereum chart, like I said, I like to, I'm on the 1-hour time frame, okay? We're below these moving averages, all right? And we actually went below this liquidity area, all right, below that daily open, all right? So it's coming towards the end of the day at the New York session, and, yesterday low, 2,250 or 252, okay? If we break below that, okay, the M1 zone comes into play right there at 2,170, okay? The RSI is turned down, which leads me to believe more selling is happening because we almost crossed back to a bullish momentum in RSI, but then we fell back down. So if I see more downward movement in this RSI, okay, and we break that yesterday low, okay, we can expect those zones to hit, right? Let's see. Okay, so 2.7% to the downside today. So, at points we could see. So, another move to that direction, okay, could bring us to that 2,100, range, right? We never made it back above that 50 EMA, okay, ever since we fell below it, all right, back, okay, so this is the 1-hour chart, this is 24th, okay, we never even tested it. We came into the area, okay, but we never even had a chance to test it, okay, and we don't want to go lower than yesterday's low because then we're creating a lower low. You want to see higher lows, and then that will see a momentum of movement towards the upside. Okay? Now, let's look at the daily chart on Ethereum, okay, which looks scary, right? So you look at the daily chart and you see that the 50 crossed over the 200 bearish, okay? Then we had so much choppy trading, okay, right here at the 800, then we failed that zone, okay? We have a wick that is at 2,120, okay? And it looks like we're heading for that area. You also have liquidity, all right? So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm thinking my orders are set there. RSI, as you can see, is turned down, all right? I don't see it turning back up at any point, okay, because we're looking at the time frames. So that's the daily. So then I'm going to go to the 4 hour, which is the next longer time frame. And as you can see, okay, let me go back over here. Yesterday low, and the RSI is actually, it's failed to cross above and start moving into bullish territory, and it's starting to come towards the downside. So that leads me to believe we're going to hit yesterday's low and possibly break below that, right? Which we don't want to see happen, all right? Solana, for all you soul heads out there, okay, 1 hour chart for Solana. Okay, and in this regard, we actually tested that 50 EMA, and then we broke back down, and then we almost came to the liquidity point. All right, so we did create a higher low, so this is a little bit more bullish, okay, in that regard, because we're above a daily open. All right, if we see more bullish momentum, expect resistance right there at 139.80. All right, now, okay, if we because we're having that dump during this New York session, and Solana's the only one that's up 1%, okay, that is what we're going to be paying attention to, okay, because Solana is one of the only coin that's up, but Solana's having a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. We're going to do another video talking about all that, okay, and then we're going to talk about Solana. Let's go into the 4 hour time frame. So that's the next time frame that we like to use. Okay, so we're well below. All right, hold on one second. Let me just answer. Okay, so Solana, this is the 4 hour chart, longer time frame. We did have a higher low. Okay, so when I saw that happening, all right. So we had the dip right here, okay, and then we had another wick in the same area at 130, all right, and we were below the M2 pivot zone. And when I talked about it in my video yesterday, I said 130 I'm going to be buying, and we talked about that, right? Let me actually see something here. Okay, all right. So the 200 right here crossed below that 800. We don't like that on the 4 hour time frame, okay, because that causes pressure and sell off pressure, okay. The RSI was so oversold, but it did recover. It came back above that line, and it keeps retesting that. What we like to see is this yellow line going up and the pink line bouncing off of it. If we cross back below, that's a short, okay? So if I see a slight turn up on that, that's when I hit a long trade, and I'll start dropping those on X. Just hit that bell, okay? And then when I'm about to do a trade, I'll give you the entry. So if you catch it at the time of the entry, and then I'll give you the take profits, okay? And, you could take it like that, all right? Because I want everybody to win. I was fortunate enough to learn, and 40 years old now. Been doing this since I was 15 with the computer programming, programming games, and then doing all the corporate installations for Best Buy, all that kind of stuff, and then worked in big stadiums, Verizon stadiums, and worked as the audio video technician for the New York Giants and big hotel corporations and wedding venues. Programming lighting, Leprechaun systems, Crestron systems, keypads, touch panels, Panasonic PBX phone systems, and all the voicemail systems. So when all that stuff started happening, automation. You remember when you would call up back in the day, and that's when they first started having, oh, if you want to talk to a person, press this button, that button. Well, I was one of the guys that did some of those first programmings, okay, on the automated systems, all right, to set that up. So I would program it and do all that. So, which was definitely amazing. And then with Lutron Systems, controlling complete houses, and then working for Mark Jacobs in some of his houses, and doing his installations, and Avril Lavigne, Jalula Santana, and Gene Simmons from Kiss, and Dave Stable from Skid Row, and all those people. Definitely shout out to them. So when I do end up seeing them and doing gigs, a lot of them ask, hey man, how should I break down a portfolio? How should I do this? So, after I do a couple speeches or whatever, I'm going to end up, renting out 2026, a banquet hall in Dubai Marina, okay, where our office is, because we're starting a new crypto show, Crypto Education Daily, all right, with, coding and programming, teaching, and all that kind of stuff, seminars, and, extend it. So, I do speeches for the corporations, do seminars, for the colleges and corporations, because people that are in college now need to understand what crypto is and start investing. And then also teaching children in elementary school, grade 4, what Bitcoin is, okay? And when you have a baby and your baby is born, every month you should put a little bit into Bitcoin, and when they turn 18 years later, okay, you'll have a perfect return on investment, okay? So just think about it. Say you put $10 in, okay, that's 120 bucks a year, okay, times, let's just say 20 years, plus the price appreciation with Bitcoin, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? That could set your children up, all right? So that's awesome. And then all these states in the United States, okay, all the retirement funds and all that kind of stuff, all right, they are actually having meetings right now, okay, after one of these seminars I'm doing at this place called the Heldridge Hotel near Rutgers College campus, okay, where I'm doing a seminar on cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, cryptocurrency and mining, because we have some venture capitalists that are interested in, building, crypto, doing mining, crypto mining. So, that's definitely a bonus. I still got to give you guys that video. All right. Solana long-term 4-hour chart. Okay. As we see, the Solana 4-hour chart. Okay. All right. So Solana on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't hear for a second. All right, so Solana is a 4-hour chart, longer time frame. Okay, so after we had that swing low, that was yesterday's low. All right, let's go into the daily chart. Okay, so we could look at Solana. Solana is right at its last moving average, the 800. It wicked a little bit below it. We don't want to see it break below it, but if it does, we can expect a liquidity point at $110. That would be a major dip. Okay. It's up 0.5% on the day, okay? And I put this orange line here because I figured, all right, what was going to happen? So the 50 is about to cross over the 200, which we don't like to see. That puts pressure. Plus, people are skeptical because of all the meme coins that are launching. The meme coins were launching. They sucked out liquidity, and then they bridged to other blockchains like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and, it caused major meme coin frenzy, so there are probably going to be some regulations coming for that because they're not going to want people with big accounts to be able to make one post, buy a coin, make one post, and then pump it. That is like unethical. All right, you're seeing that a lot, and all that kind of stuff. So stay safe out there. You can win a trade. All right, but out of all the coins launched every single day, 99% of them fail. Okay, so that's just something that you got to keep in mind. All right, so this is definitely a buy zone on the daily. All right, we're past last week's low. We're below all the moving averages. All right, the last time, okay, that we actually were at this 800 moving average after we crossed over to 200. Okay, was all the way back here. Friday, the 7th November 2023, right? So that was quite some time ago. All right. Now, my lines on the chart, as you can see, liquidity was added. I'm waiting for the RSI to turn up, and then once it crosses back over right here on this daily, okay, then we know we're going back into a uptrend. All right. So that's what we're looking at there. Dogecoin peeps out there. All right, Dogecoin looked at 50, getting ready to cross that 200, and getting ready to come down to a point of. Yeah, getting ready to come down. Yeah. All right. So yep, getting ready to come down on that area, in that range. And that's, basically what I'm paying attention to right there, We don't want to see any, any crazy stuff happening. And, yeah, I'm just... Okay, what is Solana? Alright, Solana on the time frame. Okay, so that was the daily chart. Okay, it was Dogecoin. Okay. And that's pretty much what we're looking at. Don't forget to follow on socials. Okay, hit those buttons. Mad love and respect to all you guys out there. Always appreciate it. Okay, trade safe out there. Love your Bitcoin. Be a maxi. Okay. So guys, you were chilling with J Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and